My husband pulled a prank on me by buying me flowers for Valentine's Day, and I've never been more disgusted with him. My husband has never been one to show much effort for any special events between us. He forgot my birthday a few years ago, often forgets the date of our anniversary, and just last year he woke up on Valentine's Day confused as to why I had gotten him flowers and chocolates. That's why this year I had enough and I asked him to please put an effort into being a romantic for once. I love gestures of romance and I conveyed this to him as much as possible. I told him I deeply wanted a gesture of love this Valentine's Day. I wanted him to book a nice dinner, get me flowers and chocolates, anything at all just to show me he cares and remembers these things. I also told him that his romantic gesture of picking up autumn garden flowers on his way home from work on my birthday last year does not count. Throughout this entire conversation he looked rather embarrassed of himself and promised to put in effort. This conversation of ours happened about 3 weeks ago, and he spent the next few weeks hyping up the surprise he had in store for me. I couldn't go a single day without hearing "I'm gonna blow your mind so hard you'll end up blowing mine," and other comments about how this was going to be the best Valentine's Day present of all time. I was getting excited myself, thinking that for once my husband was going to really spoil me and make an effort into showing me that he truly loves me. I remember the day before Valentine's I went to bed giddy, no Josh, and I woke up the next morning and headed out for work. Before leaving my husband kissed my cheek and gave me a small box of my favorite chocolates telling me to get ready for my big surprise. I gushed over what the surprise could be all morning and ate my chocolates during lunch. I remember driving home excited. I ended up getting into a small car crash because I was driving too fast, but thankfully, the damages were so minor the police weren't called and me and the other driver settled it between ourselves. So, when I came home I rang the doorbell and entered. The sight I saw was beautiful. There was a trail of rose petals scattered on the ground leading me somewhere. My husband held my hand and took me through the first trail which ran upstairs. There I found a note which said, "The surprise is close." I remember acting like a little girl as I followed the trail downstairs and into the kitchen. Before I entered my husband told me to close my eyes and I did. I could smell some sort of food and I was getting ready for a romantic dinner. When I opened my eyes however, I saw in front of me a sink full of dirty dishes and pots and pans with a sign that said surprise. My husband was laughing his butt off and I ended up crying my eyes out on the spot. He tried to comfort me once he saw how much he hurt me, but I didn't let him and bolted upstairs. He spent the rest of that night as well as this morning apologizing, but I'm not speaking to him. What do I do?